going on, guys? Floopy here. Maximum Football just released their new development update trailer for Maximum Football 2023. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm really excited. I have really high expectations for this game. I really think that it's going to take an indie developer to create the game that the community wants as far as football games are concerned. I don't think Madden's ever going to get to where it needs to be. There's too many legality issues with the NFL and how they want their brand to look. I think it's going to take an indie game like Maximum Football to give us what we want. So I'm a little nervous because I'm really hoping, I have really high expectations for this game in the future. I don't think this game coming up or next year is really going to probably be where we want it to be, but I don't know, maybe they'll surprise us. Let's check out the trailer. Nice stadium. Stadiums already look better than Madden.
What's going on, guys? My name is Micah. I'm the development director here at Modus Games. I'm here today to bring you on a behind-the-scenes look at Maximum Football 2023.
What's up, Micah?
For those of you who don't know, Maximum Football is an American football-style simulation video game that we are building from the ground up in the Unreal Engine. There's a lot that I want to show you. There's a ton that we've been working on. But before I get into it, I want to talk about the three core pillars that we have been focused on more than anything else while building this game. Number one, which is by far our most important pillar, is gameplay. We are focused on gameplay more than anything else. After that comes realism, the visual fidelity of the game, making sure that the game looks beautiful. And then the third pillar is customization, making sure that you can customize your team, your players, and your plays, and then share them with whoever you want to share it with. Those are our core three pillars of the game, but there's still so much more I want to talk about.
I agree with that.
There's so much more to show you. I hope you're excited. Please join me. Let's go check the rest of this game out. Let's talk about realism. Maximum Football is a simulation football game, which means that authenticity and realism are incredibly important.
We also see Madden doing a lot of this.
This is why we opted to use the Unreal Engine, to hit that level of visual fidelity that we were shooting for. On top of that, we got rid of all of the old animations from the previous Maximum Football titles. We brought in professional and college football players to record over 1,000 brand new, authentic animations. We got rid of all the old stadiums, all the old character models. Every single asset that was in the old game has been replaced by brand new assets that are much more realistic looking. We are literally building Maximum Football 2023 from the ground up. Realistic gameplay is our primary focus. It's our number one pillar that we focus on more than anything else while building this game. That means the player mechanics for the individual positions. That also means the movement. Make sure that the locomotion feels real, that it feels smooth, that it feels like you're controlling an actual football player. The running back needs to be quick and springy. The controls need to be very reactive. He needs to make quick cuts. He needs to be fast, quick acceleration. Slow down, change directions quickly. It needs to look really good when it happens, realistic. His foot planting needs to be correct. It needs to look like he's planting that foot into the ground. Offensive linemen need to behave like offensive linemen. They should be a unit that tries to form a pocket on passing plays to protect the quarterback.
Here we go,
I don't think
physics.
you can really talk about gameplay in a football game if you're not going to talk about physics, which is why I am pleased to announce that Maximum Football 2023 is a physics-based football game. All of the hits, all of the collisions, all of the tackles will be physics-based. Bodies will be flying, they'll be bouncing off of each other. It's not going to be a million pre-made animations where you just hit a tackle and then the player triggers an animation that goes to the ground. All of the bodies will collide with momentum, with velocity. It's going to be real. Let's talk about customization. We're going to give you all the tools that you need to build your team from head to toe. You're going to be able to design your own logo from scratch, pick your team name, pick your team colors. You're going to be able to assign specific gear to individual players.
About as creative as I'm going to get.
You're going to be able to take all of your customization options, share with all of your friends, with all of your family, and if you want to, share it with your enemies too. Maximum Football is both a college football game and a pro football game. Both modes are available for you to play at any time.
What?
For college, we have a dynasty mode that has recruiting battles, scouting, scholarships that you can offer players. You can progress your players' attributes with XP that you gain from playing games. Coaches have skill trees that affect how the players perform, how interested scoutable players are in that college, and who gets recruited. And with proper budget management, even the stadium and the facilities can be upgraded. All of these things come together to create the dynasty mode. We appreciate you stopping by today. We hope you have enjoyed this brief little behind the scenes look at Maximum Football 2023. We would love to hear your feedback on everything. Please follow us on social media. You can join our Discord server and give us feedback directly. We're going to be releasing a lot of new content over the next couple months, so please join, follow along. We hope you've enjoyed all this. That's it for today. My name is Micah. I'll see you next time.
All right, that's it. Okay, first thought is wow. It sounds great. It sounds great. I think the three things that they're really trying to hit on, which I think was like gameplay, then realism, and then customization. I think that's important pillars, and I think they're in the right order. I did not know. Now I've played the last Maximum Football just for a little bit, but I didn't dig into it enough to know that was the last one to have college and pro. That's a huge thing. So let's go back and look at this because there were some things that I thought were actually really, really good about this. First, let's look at the stadium here. I think that this stadium already looks better than any stadium in Madden as far as just the ability to customize it and the dynamic look of it. We haven't seen anything like that in Madden, in my opinion. And I'm really interested to see like how much customization can we have here. Now I am looking through here if I'm going to be nitpicky, you know, advertisements, things like that. And this is all pre-alpha. I'm sure they're going to add stuff. So I'm also looking at crowds. How does that stack compared to Madden? Crowds look the same. And I think MLB The Show does a really good job with their crowds just as a reference point, but that's obviously no selling point there. Of course, the big thing, let me turn this down, is going to be the gameplay and how the character models look and stuff. So if we watch this right quick, this little running here by the wide receiver and the DB, you see right here, this DB looks like he wasn't even moving. Watch this again. Right there. You see he's just... Both of these guys are flat foot while this ball is being thrown in the air. I don't know if you can really see where the ball's at here. That's right here. And then watch, I guess they pick it up and then they're going, but we didn't get to see the end of that play. So I think the biggest thing with Maximum Football was the mechanics and how the player models moved. I didn't know that they scrapped everything and is building this up from the ground up. That really does. And to me, this already looks better than the last Maximum Football. So the fact that they're going back, scrapping everything, and they rebuilt this all, I think hats off to them because it does look better and they had to put in a lot of work. So I got to keep that in mind when looking at this. So let's look at the blocking here. Again, we've got our right tackle here is completely turned around. He's not looking in the right direction. We've got these guys that they look like they're just standing around here. Yeah, he totally misses this block here. Let's look at this. This guy doesn't register with the tackle. No, he does. Last second he does. But these two wide receivers, check them out. They just really don't move this whole play if we watch it. They're just kind of running at the line of scrimmage. They never try to engage with any of the tacklers. So blocking looks to be an issue, but it's already an issue in Madden. So keep that in mind that this isn't as refined as Madden look. So here we got a little play action, it looks like maybe, or pass. We got a full blitz here from the defense. This corner's not even covering. He's looking in, and then he throws it over the middle. This safety doesn't move at all. Let's watch this again. Yeah, look at these safeties. They're just standing. They never move. So already we're noticing some AI issues. The animations might be great. So here's the thing that I've always noticed with like sports games is animations may be good or physics might be good, but then AI might be lacking. You gotta have both. You gotta have smart awareness from the computer. That's not cheese like in all Madden when you're using the all Madden style, but you gotta have physics and things that make sense. And so I think it's a tough thing to balance. I think that's why no one's been able to replicate what NFL 2K5 has done. I really think the fact that there's so much customization, you can see all the different stadiums here. I think that's really cool. If we look at these player models, shoes, let's notice if anything changes here on the player as far as, all right, the shoes look different. I couldn't really tell if the gloves looked any different. I did notice that the helmets are definitely different. Look at all the different helmets here. Visors. So I think there's already probably equally or more customization in this than already in Madden. So one thing I didn't realize is that they're on Unreal Engine, which means that the possibilities of this game is really limitless, or it's, I guess, limited to the developing team, really. This game could easily blow away Madden if given enough time with Unreal Engine, because Unreal Engine, I'm sure everyone's seen trailers of what it can do. It is super powerful, super realistic. There's so much you can do on it. And I think if you give them enough time, because they seem to have the right mindset, that this game really can be something special. So if we go right here, now they're talking about the customization and how you can build a stadium from the ground up. And I think this is like the different levels of the stadium. So if we go through here, looks like kind of a low division 1, division 2 football team stadium type of deal. And then now you've got like the indoor pro type stadium. I think that's really cool. I really like the fact that you can play too, both college and pro. So here he's talking about the pocket. I mean, the pocket looks okay. I'm noticing that safeties are not moving at all. So if you watch this, look at the safeties here. Here and here, they just don't move. But then when you throw it, they react to the ball. And there was also a weird catching animation right there. Watch this catching animation. So the ball went from here to from his left hand to his right hand automatically. And I think all of this stuff will get ironed out in time because they had to rebuild everything. I did not know that was something that was going on. I do like how the blocking does look. You know, they're both leaned against each other. And you saw how this guy shrugged off him. That looked pretty good. I did like how this player shuffled, stepped, planted, turned his hips. That is a really good animation. And that's the reason why they showed it. That is a very, very good animation with the hip turn, the placement, the stutter step when turning and flipping the hips. So if we go to the blocking, I think that was good again. So I think that's pretty much it. As far as this gameplay goes, they're talking about physics here. Had a little ragdoll effect. I think it's easy to accomplish physics on one-on-one players. I think where physics gets tough is when you have multiple players, and that's what football's about. There's a ton of interactions every play. Sometimes there's multiple collisions with 5 or 6 players. It's easy to get physics right when there's only 2 colliding bodies. But then when you stop implementing other external forces, that's when things get a little crazy and wonky, and we haven't seen that. So I'm very interested in seeing that, especially with the way some of the players are moving. I'm wondering how that's going to look when you implement a bunch of different players hitting each other. I do like this with the scouting needs if you are a college player. And because we don't have a college football game right now, it'll be all the way until I think March of 2023. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. The fact that we've got something that can tie us over, if people don't have NCAA 14, this is an option for them. So it'd be really cool too if you do a dynasty, if you can upload your draft to the professional one so you could jump from one to another. They should implement that if they haven't already. So this was like scouting. Here's the recruiting board. We really don't see a whole lot. And then you have question marks. Down to the right, we've got player interest. So you can see how interested they are. It says weekly interest points is 106. And then you got pro development's 87 and coach scouting is 69. Pro development, I guess that means how pro ready this player could potentially be on a scale from 0 to 100 or 1 to 99 or whatever. So they say it's coaches have skill trees, which is something they, was in NCAA 14. Madden's got it now, and now they're implementing it. Now you can hire coaches that have different abilities. We got scouting, stability, and charisma. I think the charisma thing is a really big thing for a college coach, right? Stability, I'm really not sure what that means. I wonder if that means like how well your players do from year to year, how good your team does. And I wonder how charisma influences growth of players as well as scouting of players, because that is a big thing. I think that is really cool that they got that implemented in here. If you're successful, if you have a good season, you make more money, and you can put that right back into the stadium so that you can have a better stadium. I have wanted that for so long. I think this is really, really cool. I think this is a really great step in the right direction for Maximum Football, for people who are football fans, for the gaming community. I'm excited for Maximum Football. If you want keep updates on this game, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe, because I will be keeping up with this. I will be doing gameplay on this channel. If they have sliders, I will be making them for you guys as well. And let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm excited. Hope you are.